Hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at a vacuum from Dreametech, the D9 robot. Dreametech sent me this product for free, specifically to review it. I would like to thank them for sending me this vacuum to review. While I was sent this product for free, I'm of course going to offer my honest opinion on it. This is an impressive robot, especially for the price. This robot currently sells for around $300, and it's loaded with higher-end robot tech. The D9 features excellent LiDAR navigation, and it's very thorough. It has good overall cleaning performance, it's very quiet, has a long battery life, and it's paired with a well-designed software app that lets you customize all kinds of cleaning jobs. Today we're going to perform several cleaning demos with the Dreametech D9 and see how it works. I'll also go over the maintenance that Dreame recommends for this robot. The D9 is easy to set up. The robot comes with a small charging dock and a 5-foot power cord. I have mine set up under a TV stand. The controls on the robot are simple. There's 3 buttons, one for spot cleaning, a power button to send it out to clean an entire floor, and a button to send it home. If you tap the power button while the robot is running, it will pause the cleaning job. Let's start with a pet hair test. On this red rug, I've grounded a bunch of fake pet hair, and I've also added a bunch of glitter. Using the app, I've set up the D9 to clean this smaller portion of my living room, and I've set it to clean this designated area twice. I went over the floor with another vacuum afterwards, and here's what it picked up versus what it left behind. The D9 did a pretty good job, and the second run helped a lot. Although not a deep carpet cleaner, as a daily maintenance tool, it does a good job keeping dust and hair off the floor. Let's see how the D9 cleans wall-to-wall carpeting. On this medium pile plush carpet, I've put down a bunch of oats, rice, fake pet hair, and shredded paper. Once the app is set up, you can have it clean individual rooms, so I'm just going to have it vacuum my living room, and I'm going to set it to vacuum the room twice.
The robot is starting the room cleanup.
The D9 features LiDAR navigation. Nito Robotics pioneered this technology a decade ago, and now a lot of competition are using it, including Dreametech. It's proven to be one of the best navigation solutions for robot vacuums. Once it's created a map of your home, it cleans entire rooms one at a time. The D9 first borders the entire room, then cleans the room in nice straight lines. It's very thorough and will cover as much of the floor plan as it absolutely can. One of my favorite features is that you can have it clean entire rooms twice. The second run cleans the carpet going a different direction, but still in straight lines. This will help the robot work the carpet nap better, and it gives the D9 a second chance to grab anything it's missed. I use this feature a lot, and the battery life of the D9 is good enough that I can have it vacuum my entire home twice on one charge. The D9 left some of the heavier particles behind here and there, but overall did a very good job. Even with 2 passes, it only edge cleans a room once, and it's relying entirely on its wimpy side brush, so it missed oats along the edge and flicked paper into areas it had already cleaned. Now let's see how the D9 does on hard floors. On my kitchen floor, I've put down a bunch of oats, rice, small pellets, glitter, paper, and even some heavy gravel. On the app, I've set it to just clean my kitchen, and because this is such a large mess, I'm going to have it clean the entire room twice during this run. Like many robots with this similar setup, the side brush does like to scatter larger debris around. The edge cleaning and corner cleaning is also kind of spotty due to the main brush being unable to get close to the wall, despite the robot being able to do so. You'll get better overall results if you sweep out crumbs from under your cupboards and along edges, which will make it easier for the robot to grab. Regardless of the floor type, the robot is extremely quiet. It's one of the quietest robots I've ever owned. With this 2-pass run, it did get the majority of the dirt up. I have found that it's done a great job sweeping up daily crumbs, and it keeps the hard floors of my home feeling very clean. Now let's try out the robot's mopping abilities. The mop has a small tank that you fill with water. With this robot, Dreametech recommends you first wet the mop pad, wring it out, then attach it to the water tank. The mop pad slides onto the tank from the top edge, then attaches in a Velcro-like manner. The robot will recognize when you attach the water tank and automatically switch to mopping mode.
The water compartment has been installed.
To demonstrate the robot's mopping ability, in my kitchen, I've put down a bunch of soy sauce and let it dry and get stuck onto the floor. On the app, I set the D9 to mop my kitchen, putting down the maximum allowed amount of water, and had the D9 mop the floor with 2 passes. Although coverage is great, the robot simply drags the wet mop pad across the floor. This first run, I filled the tank with cold water, and I think this affected the results. So I ran it again, this time with hot tap water, which helped a lot. After the second run, 4 passes total, it got most of the soy sauce off the floor. It did a better job than I was expecting, but I would still consider this supplemental to an actual mop rather than an all-out replacement. Any robot vacuum will only clean well if you take care of it. Now I'll go over the maintenance that Dreametech recommends on the D9 robot. There's a button to unlock the dirt bin, and the lid of the bin flips open to empty it out. The filter on the back of the bin pulls out, and this will need to be cleaned regularly. I clean mine every time I empty the D9. It can be simply vacuumed off with another vacuum, or it's washable as needed. I really like that the filter is washable, as that's still pretty uncommon on robots, but it's great for extending the life of the filter. There's a mesh screen in the dirt cup that you should also make sure is clean every time you empty it. With the dirt bin removed, I would clean out the area where the dirt cup sits, as this area will build up with dust over time as well. The bottom plate removes by unlocking the 2 clips at the same time. This gives you access to the brush roll. You want to check and clean the brush roll often, as it will get wrapped with things like hair and thread from regular use. Check and clean the ends of the brush roll, as well as where the ends of the brush roll rest in the brush housing. Clean out the brush roll housing and make sure the air path is free of any fluff or debris. Both the underside and the bumper of the robot have various sensors. With a soft dusting brush from a vacuum or a gentle cloth, clean the various sensors on the robot. Clean off the bottom plate, making sure there's no grime or fluff stuck to it or the squeegee. When you reinstall the brush roll, make sure the ends seat correctly in the brush housing and that the plastic tabs on the bottom plate are tucked into the small holes they set into. The robot will not clean well if the bottom plate isn't reinstalled correctly. The side brush is removable and simply pulls off for cleaning or replacement. Because this robot is white, it shows built-up grime easily. This part can be washed or wiped down with all-purpose cleaner. Just make sure any parts you wash, whether it's the bin, the side brush, or the filter, are completely dry before reinstalling them. From time to time, I'll use all-purpose cleaner to gently wipe down the robot, as it will build up with dust and grime. It's also recommended that you periodically dust off the charging dock. You want to do this to keep the charging contacts clean, but also so the robot has no issues recognizing the charger while it's returning home. It can be dusted off, or if you want to wipe it down with all-purpose cleaner, unplug it first, and don't directly spray the charger with any products. So there you have it. There's a lot to like about the D9. The robot features excellent LiDAR navigation, which is both gentle as it borders a room and very thorough. The robot lightly taps into objects as it learns its surroundings, unlike some robots that can slam into things pretty hard. I've owned many robots that start to look pretty beat up with paint scuffs over time, but the D9 has remained scuff-free after many cleanings. Because it uses LiDAR instead of cameras, the D9 can clean dark rooms without issue, so this product could be run overnight or with the lights off while you're not home. The D9 pairs with an excellent software app that lets you customize all kinds of cleaning options. Once it creates a map of your home, you can designate rooms, set no-go zones, or have it clean smaller areas. You can also set the order you want it to clean rooms and have it automatically clean rooms multiple times during a single run. There's also options to customize the power levels for vacuuming or mopping. Not long ago, software apps with this level of customization were reserved only for high-end robot vacuums. The included app with the D9 packs a ton of added functionality into this reasonably priced product. The robot is very slim in design, allowing it to clean under a variety of furniture without issue. And other benefits include the excellent battery life, which allows the D9 to clean my entire home on a single charge, even when set up to vacuum each room twice at full power. I also appreciate that the robot is very quiet. As far as things I'd like to see improved, most of my issues with the D9 come down to the narrow and kind of wimpy brush roll. Because the brush roll is narrow, the edge cleaning isn't as good as it could be, despite its best efforts. Robots often have this issue, and it comes down to balancing the battery life between all the motors, sensors, and processing it takes to allow the robot to clean. A lot of robot vacuums sacrifice brush roll power for the sake of longer battery life, and the D9 is no exception. Robots with full-width brush rolls, like the options on Nito and Dyson robots, are a much better solution, but the setup here on the D9 is extremely common. Due to its light weight, on areas where the carpeting is really matted down, the robot can skip around a bit as the brush roll isn't aggressive enough to just drive through and evenly lift the carpet pile. The mopping function is alright, admittedly better than expected, but still not a true mop replacement. The D9 also only came with one filter, and although I appreciate that the filter is washable and reusable, extra filters and mop pads in the box would have been welcome. Like any robot, the D9 will require regular maintenance to keep it cleaning well. I'm spoiled these days by self-emptying robots, which drastically cut down on required maintenance, but this one will require regular upkeep, and it's messy to clean just like any other robot out there. Overall, though, I'm very impressed with the Dreametech D9. It's a low-fuss robot that efficiently cleans entire floors at a time, returning to the dock to recharge as needed. When done right, robot vacuums are extremely useful for daily cleaning, and this is a great option in the $300 price range. I always enjoy reading your comments. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.